going on, YouTube? Dairy Mains here. And these days I see a lot of people walking around thinking that they're country. Well, I'm gonna discuss something with you guys. I'm gonna tell you what is and what ain't a redneck. Let's start off with the music. You see, Luke Bryan, Blake Shelton, Florida Georgia Line, Brantley Gilbert, and like Sam Hunt and people like that. That ain't country. No. See, country, Hank Williams Jr., Hank Williams Sr., Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, George Jones, stuff like that. That's country. Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson. You know, there's a whole list of them. Usually stuff, the older stuff, anywheres from Dwight Yoakam to Hank Sr., you know, that's country music. None of this freaking running around, oh, I got my big jacked up truck going, mudding, that, okay, that's cool if you got a jacked up truck. You know, I like lifted trucks, they're cool. And, you know, I like to get a little dirty. But just because you brag and listen to your country music, that it tells you that you should go mud and spit freaking tobacco and go drink a beer, that's not country. You're posing is what you're doing. You're making it look like you're country when really you ain't. You just want to be part of that image. You want to be the cool kid. You know what I mean? It ain't an image, it's a lifestyle. Another topic. Hunting and fishing. Okay? Country boys, they hunt and they fish. For the sport, for the meat. It's fun, I like it. A lot of people around here, they hunt and they fish. And they wouldn't even classify themselves as a redneck. That's fine, that's cool, whatever. But not only rednecks hunt and fish. Like I said, there's other people that hunt and fish. And just because you hunt and fish doesn't mean you're a redneck. You can't just do one thing and call yourself a redneck, you know what I mean? So let's talk about dress code. I'm wearing ball cap. I'm wearing a t-shirt, blue jeans, and cowboy boots. Okay? You don't have to wear that to be country. Hell, you could wear a normal t-shirt, khakis, and a pair of sneakers. Okay? I know lots of guys that go to work in khakis. You know, they're painters and they're landscapers. They're a good pair of pants. Me, personally, I like my blue jeans. But like I said, you don't have to wear that to be country. And, you know, these guys wearing these work boots. They're big and floppy and steel-toed, and they got these ginormous heels on them. Well, that's great and all, but they're not an image. They're a work boot, whatever, you know what I mean? Everybody that works wears a work boot, right? Well, that brings me to my next topic here. People that don't work, and they wear work boots. I see a lot of kids in school, they have their, I think they call them, the brand is Carolina, okay? We call them the work boot mafia, and what they have these Carolinas, and they walk around thinking that they're freaking tough, because they have them untied, and they stuff their pant legs down in them and everything. Like, come on, man. A work boot is meant to be laced up. That's why it has long shoelaces. And it's meant for your pant leg to go down over them. But I don't know what these guys are. I guess they're just lazy. You know what I mean? They want to put off the image that they work with a work boot, but yet they're too lazy to tie them, I guess. I don't know. You know, a work boot, the reason it has that material going up your leg is for stability. And if you don't have that tied the way it's supposed to be, then that work boot ain't going to perform the way it's supposed to. Alright, so let's talk about hats. You can see, this is my hat. The bill is not bent like this, because that's stupid. And the bill is not flat, because that's stupid. It has a nice gradual curve. Actually, it's curved too much. But it's got a nice gradual curve to it. Now, this is the proper way to wear a hat. forward. The hat was invented to keep the sun out of your eyes. How's the hat gonna keep the sun out of your eyes when it's backwards like this, or if it's sideways on your head? Okay, you don't wear it on the back of your head where a gust of wind's gonna knock the dang thing off. You don't wear it down here like an idiot. You wear it like this. This is how you wear a hat. Okay, don't have it crooked on your head. Nice level. It makes you look like an idiot when it's not on your head like this. All right. Let's talk about vehicles. I have a couple junk ones. So, it's cool to have an imported car. Say a Toyota, Subaru, Nissan, Mazda, whatever. You know, I like me a good Subaru Impreza. They're cool, you know. I even like a lowered car. That's cool. I even like a couple Hondas, you know. So what? Sue me. But the thing of it is, you don't slam them completely to the ground. You don't camber the tires. You don't put them low pros on them that are just freaking, you know, retarded. There's a certain kind of stance and symbolism that you got to do, you know what I mean? You can't just go throwing a bunch of stuff on there. You got to make it look good, you know? Bigger and maxed out is not always better, you know what I mean? And if you're driving a truck, it's okay to have a lifted truck. I like lifted trucks. They're cool. But the thing of it is, people jack them way high up. They put them stupid freaking blacked out rims that, and the tires are, you know, that big. I mean, come on. Them low profile tires are not meant to be on a truck. You gotta have a set of meats on a truck. That's what a truck's, you know, a jacked up truck's supposed to do. We call them pavement princesses when we see them like that. You know, I'm a Dodge guy. Die-hard Dodge guy. It's probably all I'll ever own. And, these tow mirrors that people put on their trucks. I mean, come on, man. Those are... Oh, I hate those things. I mean, I like the tow mirrors that are when they're folded in, but when you fold them out like that, and you don't have a trailer behind you, come on, man. That's just stupid. You use a tow mirror what they was intended for. Towing trailers. When you're not towing anything, there's nothing behind you, guess what? Fold them in because you look like an idiot. And you got these diesel trucks. Well, diesel trucks are all cool too. I like diesel trucks. But these guys that have the stack coming up out of the hood, that's irritating. Right there. I went to a truck pull once. Well, I went to a truck pull a couple times. And there was the competition diesel, which was basically they had a bunch of aftermarket parts on them. They were pushing a, you know, good amount of horsepower and torque. And they had that stack coming up out of the hood. Well, in that instance, it's different because you want to make the most power possible and let that exhaust exit the engine as fast as possible. You're not driving down the road with it. You're not trying to make an image. You're trying to pull the most. And that's different. And then you have these guys with the single stacks in the bed. That's stupid too. You know, if you're going to put a stack in your truck, put both of them on. You know what I mean? And then you got these guys, how they have them, they come up and they bend it like a 45. That's stupid. That's for a big truck, son. That ain't no pickup. You know, you gotta have them straight, cut at an angle, or flappers or something. That's cool right there. And then you don't have to have 55-gallon drum stacks, you know. A good 4-inch is good. 4 inches is definitely good enough for a stack. And then, you know, you got these guys, even with tailpipes. Tailpipes are cool. If you don't want to put stacks on your truck, don't put stacks on your truck. You don't have to have stacks on a diesel truck. You can put a tailpipe on it, you know. It's cool. But you don't want a tailpipe big enough to where I can fit my damn head in there. You know what I mean? That's stupid. If you're going to put tailpipes on there, either leave the stock one on, and if you're going to put an aftermarket exhaust system on it, don't go bigger than what the stock one was. It just looks stupid. It's unproportionate. You know what I mean? It just... Some people irritate me. Let's talk about chewing tobacco. Chewing snuff. Hey, you want to chew tobacco, you want to chew snuff? That's cool. Do it. Whatever. I don't care. I don't do it. And I don't do it because I think it makes me a redneck. You know, you got these guys that just want to put a big dip of Copenhagen freaking natural or wintergreen snuff in because they think they're cool. Like their cheeks like bulging out and they're freaking drooling. And it's just disgusting, really. The people that I've seen that actually have been chewing snuff for a good amount of time, like 15, 20 years, don't do it like that. Then you got these guys, they want to do the one-hand pack. They pack it like 15 times. They're sitting there for 10 minutes just packing their snuff just to put one little dip in. It's like, you don't even need to pack it, really. Then there's these guys where, in my school, they come in and they're like, oh yeah, I had me a big bonfire, we got drunk and messed up and stuff. Since when was it cool to brag that you went to a party and got all screwed up? It's like, come on, man. That's not cool. That's breaking the law. You're underage. And it just messes with you, man. That's cool if you want to drink beer, that's fine. But why can't you just... You're going overboard with is what you're doing. You're underage. You're drinking way too many you need to have. You're going to end up in a hospital. You're going to wreck your vehicle, and it's just going to be bad for you. And then we got to deal with legalizing marijuana. Okay? That's cool if you want to legalize marijuana. I'm all for it. But for medical uses and not recreational. Because the guys that want to legalize it are the potheads. They want to go out and get freaking high off of it and not have to worry about nothing. They're the stupid ones. They ain't using it for no medical reason. And they come in, they start talking to you. It's like, yeah, man, I got high. I took the biggest bong toke. Good for you, man. What, are you bragging because you're freaking getting high and messing yourself up? Now there's going to be a bunch of people in the comments saying, oh, no, weed doesn't mess you up. No, it just makes you have a good time. Whatever, man. I don't people like that I don't even want to talk to. And you got these people, they call themselves rednecks because they think they're country because they go out in the woods and do whatever. You live in town, man. It's like, look, you see where I am? You see where I live? This is the woods. This is a field. Granted, I'm about a mile from town. And I'm a couple hundred yards from any other house. Right there, actually, if you can see it, there's a prison right up there on top of the hill. That's where the prison is. You know, so I'm not completely isolated, but I'm not in town calling myself a redneck either. I have direct access right to the woods. I'm here in a field. I'm walking around in the field right now. These people, they live in town where their neighbors are 3 feet from them, and they're like, oh yeah, man, I love being out in the woods. I hate being in the city. Come on, man. So, let's go over what we learned today. If you listen to Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line, you ain't country. If you drive a lifted truck with low profile tires, you ain't country. You're a retard. If you wear your hat backwards or sideways and wear them flat-billed hats, guess what? You're a retard. If you have your neck tattooed and piercings in your eyeballs and them gauges in your ears, guess what? Not only are you not country, you're a faggot. Piercings are made for girls, man. If you brag about getting high or getting drunk or, or brag about how country you are, guess what, buddy? You ain't country. You're a poser. If you can't drive a tractor, drive a stick, or work on your own vehicle, guess what? You ain't country, you're a girl. If you live in town where your neighbors are a couple feet from you, and then you make them stupid Facebook posts where it says, I love being in the country, I don't want to be in the city. You've never even seen the country, man. You live in town. So all in all, the people that walk around town, walk around in the stores and places, and if you see someone and you think they're country, well, guess what? Chances are they're not. So, I'm Darian Maines. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. And till next time, take it easy, guys.